Night shift at the museum didn't need jump scares or cheap tricks to break me. It used silence, darkness, and subtle environmental tension to shred my nerves to bits. This is one of the few sims that genuinely push me towards having a real-life panic attack. I was immersed instantly, terrified quickly, and when I finally died, I was relieved. That's how effective the atmosphere is. So it's a very realistic, paranormal-led night shift security sim set inside a very realistic museum. Think, if you will, Night at the Museum, but stripped of comedy and rebuilt as a tension-first 18+ experience. What do? Well, you'll sit and monitor the security cameras, you'll log anomalies, answer emails, file reports, repair electrical systems, fix servers, open gates for deliveries, patrol the dark hallways with nothing more than a torch, but most of the time you will be sat alone in the security office, tracking every room and every exhibit. When the museum misbehaves, you will have to physically investigate. Again, alone, in the dark, with only ambient audio and a torch guiding you. What makes this game unique is the atmosphere, the sensory pressure, the fear of fear itself. The not knowing what's coming really got to me. The sense of exposure every time that you leave the office, and small details like tight hallways and dim lighting, audio cues, subtle environmental shifts, it all creates this escalating tension. Without a single jump scare, I was ready to explode. The realism level for me was shockingly high. They do this with good lighting, audio, behaviour of the space, and pacing. It all mimics how a real night shift feels, and believe me, I have worked on night shifts before. I once played a horror game whilst on a night shift and scared myself senseless, and that's probably the last time I played a horror game. The graphics are great, you've got strong visuals, the environment quality is extremely high, excellent use of lighting and shadows create that tension. You've got museum exhibits that look authentic and weighty, but I did notice the occasional flickering or reflection or some sort of odd interaction with light artifacts. Maybe it's intentional, maybe it isn't, I couldn't quite decide. Also, the game seemed to be capped at maximum 2K resolution. There's no 4K support for this game at all, or so it seems. Oh my god, 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 oh my god! There's somebody in here with me then. Oh! Now, I discovered some years ago that audio is the key to immersion. Spatial cues spike your anxiety. Ambient hums, distant noises, shifting tones, all perfectly timed. I would complain that the footsteps, and I see this a lot in a lot of different sims, can occasionally be or feel to be delayed or mislocated. So it sounds like somebody is walking 5 feet behind you all the time. At 2K, I was hovering around just under 100 frames per second. I have no stutters, no camera feed issues, zero performance concerns during my testing. As I've already said, the immersion was excellent. Within seconds, I felt immersed in this game. Something to do with the darkness, the silence cues that just force caution upon you. The environment is beautifully done and it bullies you psychologically. Strong enough to trigger real anxiety responses, and that's what happened to me. And the thing about an anxiety response is once it starts, it's very difficult to get it back under control again. So yes, it's realistic, very realistic, a very realistic portrayal of an isolated night shift. Very, very much like things I have done in real life in the past. The cameras, the workflows, the reports, the constant emails, and the maintenance tasks really, really push you out of your comfort zone. So throughout the gameplay, most of your time will be camera monitoring, looking for anomalies, and patrolling for a tense loop. The auto unlocking door is a brilliant mechanic. I mean, I hate it. It's infuriating. But if you want to get someone unnerved, put a security lock behind them that keeps unlocking itself. That will do it. The email report system adds a bit of pressure, and the repairs and errands that you're forced to do make you step outside of your quote-unquote safe space into these dangerous spaces. One thing I will complain about, though, is the 2-button process to sit down at or leave a computer. It feels clunky. 1 button should be enough, and hopefully the dev will take that out, because that's just a very small annoyance in an otherwise excellent game. The early game email spam completely overwhelmed me. Bear in mind that the UI is not brilliantly designed here, so it's difficult to know which emails you have read and which ones you haven't. I think they could do a lot more to increase the clarity just around that whole email system, and maybe break open us or just slow down the influx of emails at the very beginning. But then maybe they've done that perfectly to unnerve you and overload you. Now, this is a preview, so there's no price I can list yet. I'd say if this game was going out around about £20, it would be good value for money. There are multiple difficulty modes. You have to complete normal difficulty before you can unlock hard, and then there's another difficulty level beyond that. There's also another gameplay style which hasn't been released yet, which allows you to do your patrols on foot rather than working in the camera area. I think one thing that might be really nice is if they introduce multiplayer co-op, so one of you could be in the cameras and one of you could be on the floor, or you could meet up obviously, but I think that would add a whole load of extra interest to the game. I used keyboard and mouse to play, and I had zero issues with that, although I think controller might actually be more comfortable. The constant need to put key codes into door security systems, for me, makes the keyboard and mouse the better option. So I always like to give developers a little bit of feedback. I'd say reduce the email volume at the start, unless you're deliberately doing that to overload the player. Irrespective of the answer to that question, I do think you need to improve the read-unread message visibility. It gets a little bit clunky in there. And simplify the access to computers. I don't like having to press 2 buttons to get into and get out of a computer. Night Shift at the Museum is a rare atmospheric sim that relies on tension, not tricks. It uses silence, space and sensory deprivation to generate fear from your own imagination. And with me, it succeeded almost too well. If you want polished realism and deep mechanics, this will deliver. If you want jump scares, there's that in here too, don't worry about it. But if you want to enjoy atmospheric slow burn procedural fear, this is one of the best that I've played. It really, really hit me hard. I give it a fun rating of 9, a realism rating of 9, and an overall rating of 9. Even though I couldn't play this game, I still thought it was brilliant. It really impressed me.
In the land of the web where the reviews abound, Sim UK's got the truth that'll turn it around. Honest insights, no whispers in the dark. Fact-based wisdom igniting that spark. Navigating life with a click and a scroll. Understanding the details, it's all about control. With every line you read, you're gaining the facts. No tricks up our sleeves, we stay on the tracks. We don't play games, we simulate reality. With Sim UK reviews as your ultimate clarity. Best as goes, guiding you through each page. In this digital jungle, we ignite the stage. From smartphones to gadgets, we scope it all out. Nothing but honesty, there's no need to doubt. The ultimate realism is what we bring forth. With every word written, we deliver true worth. You wanna know what's hot, you wanna know what's cool. Sim UK's the place, making you the informed fool. No sugarcoating here, just genuine delight. With every review, we shine a bright light. So come along now, let's take a ride through the world of Sim UK with nothing to hide. Fact-based reviews will help you see clear. With honesty as our compass, we got nothing to fear. We build those those connections, foster that trust, turning confusion and doubt into a diamond crust. When you're seeking advice, look no further, my friend. Sim UK's at your service with reviews that won't bend. In a world filled with fakes, we stand our ground with every observation. The truth can be found. Game changes and learning, we play it for real, discovering the nuances. That's how we deal. We don't play games, we simulate reality with Sim UK reviews as your ultimate clarity. Best as those guiding you through each page. In this digital jungle, we ignite the stage. So join the revolution, step up your game with Sim UK reviews. You'll know no shame, finding your way in this vast sea of tricks. We're all about facts, not gimmicks or kicks. For every question you have, for every thought that you seek, Sim UK's got the answers. It's the honest critique.